Hey everyone, it is all set for you. It is Selection Sunday / Selection Thursday, but it is Selection Sunday for my NCAA 09 hat and coin flip tournament. But I actually changed it up where I did the spin the wheel. I put all 22 NCAA basketball conferences in, and then whichever conference representative was the one chosen, I put them in. No matter if it was a 1 versus 16 seed, I still put them in. Congratulations, they made the field. But I did do one thing for the smaller schools that usually only have one representative, unless someone goes undefeated, beats mid major or Power 5 school, whatever the situation is. But if they really don't, I pretty much replace the smaller school, like the way lower conference type of schools. I replace them with a bigger conference type of school, like San Diego State's a mid major as an example. So out of the Mountain West, where they're Boise State's conference too, but that's an example. I replaced someone from the MAC with San Diego State just because they are in the mid major and they deserve to get there, and they were part of this year's selection field, obviously, and they were the last team in the NCAA go undefeated this year. So without any further ado, our number one overall seed will be the Kentucky Wildcats, and they will play Iona out of the Metro Athletic Conference. I want to put Iona in once the Metro Athletic was a conference, and once the conference of the Metro Athletic was selected, because Rick Pitino just got hired there. We'll really see what they do this next year. We have Wichita State out of Missouri Valley next, and they will play Wake Forest, who beat Duke this year. I wanted to put them in for fun as a 9th seed. Then we had the Mean Green out of North Texas, who could have played Michigan State in a few projections. They will make it out of the Conference USA Conference. And then we have Central Michigan. My parents both graduated from Central Michigan when they went to school there. They are from the MAC conference, and they will make their first tournament appearance for a while. So they will be your 12th seed. And that's pretty standard for a MAC team to be in the 12-13 range, depending on how good they are during the year. So then we have San Diego State. They are not a number 1 seed because this is a spin the wheel, but I have them as a 4 seed. So it's a pretty decent seed for sure. Even if it was this year and they had 4 or 5 losses, they would definitely be a 4 seed there. We have 13 Dayton. They will not have Obi Topping because it's NCAA 09, but they will be your 13th seed. That will be actually a really good game, as if it's happening today. That's going to be one to circle down to watch that one. And then we have number 2 Kansas. They will be a part of the field too as the Big 12. And then we have UMBC, who beat Virginia a few years ago. They will be in out of the America East, so they will have their second NCAA tournament appearance in 3 seasons. Last year they didn't make it, but yeah, they'll be our second in 3 seasons. So, and now in the South, the spin the wheel is the spin the wheel, because Georgia will be your number 1 seed out of the SEC. I wanted to make it fun and put them in like it's a college football one. 16, we have Syracuse from the ACC, so a big SEC versus ACC clash there. And then the winner of either one, those games, that's going to be a good game, actually, Georgia-Syracuse. The winner of that one will play the winner of Michigan State out of the Big Ten, or Yale, who was in the field for like the whole year this year, out of the Ivy League. Oregon out of the Pac-12 has also made it without Peyton Pritchard, but they have made it in my field. I'm impressed with them, where I had to put them in my bracket. Then number 12 is, I live in Green Bay, and I've went to the games a lot as a kid, and even today. UW Green Bay will make it out of the Horizon League. I'm very excited to put them in. Once I put the Horizon spin the wheel, I'm like, gotta put Green Bay in there, because it's the town I live in right now, and how fun would it be if they pull out a big upset in this tournament thing I'm doing? Never know. Number 4, we have UMass Lowell out of American East, who would normally be a double digit, but that's a part of this fun of it, and about all the American East. And then out of the Big 12, we have Oklahoma. 2, we have Alabama out of the SEC, so how about this? Georgia and Alabama, they could play each other in the Elite 8. Alabama will be in for the first time since Colin Sexton was in the NCAA tournament. They'll be playing USC, and USC was in the field pretty much the whole year, so that's definitely a decent game. And now we are at the East region, and we have South Dakota State, who's been very good enough legitly in the last few years to make the tournaments. They will make it out of the Summit League, and then obviously I know Duke will win that one. You can pretty much switch them, folks. Can make Duke the 1 seed, and the South Dakota for a 1. South Dakota for a 16. Pretty much switch it up there, and then Duke made it there too as an obvious pick. I have USC in twice, so I'm gonna to do that one over when I have time to put this in the video game. But I will have a representative from the Big Ten probably in there. I'll probably replace USC with Wisconsin because Wisconsin is not in the field, and I would like to see them in the field. So I'll replace USC with the Badgers of Wisconsin in the Pac-12. And then ninth we have Liberty out of the Atlantic Sun Conference with yeah, it's kind of. Yep. Oh, never mind. I did have Dayton in there, but Liberty out of the Atlantic Sun Conference will be your ninth seed. And then my favorite team, the Michigan Wolverines, have made the field. I couldn't not put them in. Once it was down to the end, I was hoping the Big Ten would make the field, and then I have Michigan as a 5 seed, which would have been this year of 6, 7, 5, in that type of range, and they will play New Mexico State out of the Western Athletic. Florida will make it out of the SEC, and then they will play Iowa State in the Big 12 versus SEC clash. And LSU out of the SEC will be your 2 seed without Tremont Waters, and they're really not that good, but that's a part of the fun. And then Maryland will be in my tournament predictions too. They will be in as a 15th seed for this video game mock tournament, so it'll be fun to have Maryland in the field as well. And back then they were in the ACC, so they are moved to the Big Ten now, so be interesting to see what they can do in that game. And then in the West, we have Oklahoma State out of the Big 12. And then 16th seed, who did not make it this year, Washington State. Wanted to get someone new in. Hasn't even been the NIT, hasn't been the regular tournament. I want to get someone new in there. Hofstra, I heard, could have went to the Sweet 16. They were a true Cinderella trend this year that could have made it. They will be in from the Colonial. Then they will play Coastal Carolina out of the Sun Belt Conference. Texas Southern, who beat Michigan State years ago out of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. They will be in as your 5 seed. And they will play Northern Iowa, who upset Texas with a half-court shot a few years ago. So that should be a good one. Stephen F. Austin, who beat Duke this last 2019-2020 season. They will make this field out of the Southland Conference. Army will make it out of the Patriot League. Furman will make it from the Southern, and then St. John's will be your 1 Big East representative. So, just a summary there of all the conferences. We have 4 teams in the SEC. We have the lone team in the Big East, which is St. John's. Put someone different in, so we will have St. John's as the 1, and then Big 10 we will have 5 because Wisconsin will be in the field. In the Big 12 we will have 4. The Pac-12 is very much shining because there's 4 representatives there. The Southern, there is 1. The Patriot League, there is 1. Missouri Valley is 2. So we put two well-known schools in there just so people know who they are as they're watching the streams eventually. In the Southland Conference, we have 1. In the Horizon League, we have 1. In the Western Athletic, we also have 1. In the Southeastern Athletic, we have 2. In the Sun Belt, we have 1, and then the America East is UMBC as the representative. In the MAC, we had 1. The CUSA is another mid-major school, mid-major conference. We had 3 representatives there. In the A10, Atlantic Sun, Colonial, Ivy League, Metro Athletic, and Mountain West, which is San Diego State's conference, we have 1, so it will start Sunday. Hope you guys enjoyed this selection show. I very much enjoyed doing it, putting in some time to doing this very creative spin the wheel type of bracket. So have a great night and make the best out of these few days. Bye.